Ey, Shalom, Shalom, when the stuff was but give no praise to Hashem, Kakudash, double honors to the apostles of GMS and honors to brothers doing the work in truth, war, sincerity. This is a quick one on this article here from the Mirror, 15th December 2018. So that was the date today. Yes, that was yesterday. Right, it says starvation, homelessness, and more real problems pushed aside by Theresa May Brexit. Right, and this is on the benefit system that's being rolled out here in the UK called Universal Credit. Right, it says Universal Credit has hit so hard, some are turning to prostitution, others are eating out of bin. Meanwhile, 1.9 million pensioners can't afford to keep warm. Right now, yes, it's interesting times that we're living in, and that is certainly the what you call it? There's certainly interesting times ahead, right? So I'm just gonna jump straight into scriptures. Proverbs 29:2 says, "When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice." Right, and this ain't rejoicing. An article like this, pictures like this, you go, you read into it, but people aren't rejoicing. Right, people are through, and to be forced to turn to prostitution. That's proof that this place is going down. Right, it says 1.9 million pensioners in poverty, but this is supposed to be an age of enlightenment where your old people aren't taken care of. Right, the family structure is completely broken, and who can you thank for that? Right, the current rulers, which is Esau, according to the scriptures, which broken down is the so-called white man, right, predominantly speaking. Right, it says, yes, there's a starvation, so people are starving, but the Lord made it such that there's more than enough on the earth, right? But once again, it says the rulers and the powers that be, right? So it says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth fall, the people mourn, and people are mourning, man. Right, but when Israel's in kingdom, when Israel's in power, the law is going to be established, right? And one of the laws, I can't think where it is off the top of my head, right? Is basically you have a field, for instance, where you have fruit or whatever, right? You leave some of that, for the poor and the needy, right? Whereas the system that Esau's got set up, it ain't working, right? On one hand you've got people abusing the system, right, and on the other hand you've got the system being flawed, right? From its offset, it's all set up on the basis of the man has to be out the house, right? For instance, in London, one of the biggest expenses you have is your rent, right? One bed may be like £1,000, £1,100, and that's before gas, electric, internet, whatever, what have you. Right, that's before Oyster, which oysters are the mode of transport that the system that we use for paying for transport, which it can be upwards of £100, near £200. So before you know it, you spent £1,600 for a one bed, right? And so if you have to then turn to the government for some housing aid, right, and then it's like, oh, but your man's there, that means they won't, they ain't gonna give you certain goods and certain dainties, right? Which in fact, let me jump to this Isaiah 32:9, says, "Rise up, you women that are at ease," right? Because with this whole credit, universal credit and benefits and all of that, the ones it affects a lot of these women, right? The ones that maybe have gotten pregnant, don't know who the daddy is in the States, just going, yeah, here's a house, whatever, what have you, right? This is just one step towards, this scripture being fulfilled, right? And that is, these women, all these dainties, all these good things, they're gonna come to an end, right? It says, "Rise up, you women that are at ease, hear my voice, ye careless daughters." Right, careless. So you look at the way they move these days, right? No discipline. They just do as they want because they have no consequences, right? For instance, you have a child, the state will provide, right? But that's coming to an end, and this is an example of that. From time you have to then, start prostituting yourself, right? And you look at what is this? Brenda's Got a Baby, that Tupac song, right? She couldn't get help from the family. She couldn't get help from the services, right? So what it says, she tried being a drug dealer, right? Tried to sell crack, and up getting robbed, right? And then guess what? The last thing was she tried to turn to prostitution, which is what you're seeing here, right? This is giving unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail. Right, that's all these goodies, man. Right, it says the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Right, strip you and make you bare and gird sackcloth upon your loins. Right, it says they shall lament for the teats, right, the goodies, for the pleasant fields and for the fruitful vine. Right, so they're gonna wish that they had those things, which is how we know these. It's gonna be easy to push the mark of the beast on these women, right? Because he's all been like, look, man, to get these goodies again, you gotta take this chip. Right, it says Revelation 13:16 says, and he calls it all small and great. Right, you're small, you're average Joe, you're great, you're celebrity, rich and poor. Right, you're poor, the ones that will be using universal credit. Right, it says free and bond, right, to receive a mark in their right hand. When that word for mark has been said 1,000,000 times, is an incision, an imprinted mark, so something that is inserted into you, right, which is the mark of the beast, the RFID microchip. It says, or in their foreheads. It says, and that no man might buy or sell. Right, so without this mark, you ain't gonna be able to go to Tesco or Sainsbury's or Walmart. Right, it says, or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Right, it says, let me read that again. It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Right, so this is going to become the ubiquitous, that one way of being able to make payments, right, for identification, right? Just like how this here, so the idea behind it, if I'm not mistaken, is there were several different benefits, and universal credit was that one way of paying benefits to people, but it ain't working, right? Read that. This is Ecclesiastes 7 and 7. Why did I load this? It says, surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, and the gift destroyeth the heart. I mean, which is true. Which is true. People get oppressed or whatever, or have you, or you might even be in a situation where, your woman or whatever is going through this, and that what you call it, the shit like this pisses you off. But oppression, we're oppressed, day to day, and everything that we do. Drop that. I don't know what. But yeah, this is an example. Shows you just when if let's be fair, times right now are good, right? These women, let's say these women are having to turn to prostitution and all that, but there's not anarchy in the streets, right? But there will be anarchy in the streets, and this is an example that shows you that when these times come, things are going to go back to their natural order, right? Feminism is going to go out the window, right? Women are going to remember and realize that they do need a man, right? In fact, let me grab this first. Right, it says Isaiah 32 and 2 says, and a man, right, a man of the Lord, a righteous man, shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, right, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. Right, so in that day, an Israelite man of the Lord, right, he's gonna be that, that place of rest, and these women, they're gonna be seeking for something like that, right? But let's be fair, the majority of these women are proud, and they're gonna be destroyed in this coming destruction, right? That's a large majority, right? The Lord has, a set of women that are prepared for the men of the Lord, right? It says, and in that day 7 women, it's Isaiah 4:1. It says, in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach, right? So she's basically saying, things are going to be so bad that they will look, man, we've got our own food, we've got our own clothes, so we're not going to be a burden to you. Just please protect us, right? And it says before the kingdom, right? They're going to be looking for that protection, right? And that they, like I said, if this is happening now, when to be fair, things aren't as bad as they go and get. Imagine in that time, you read Daniel's the 12th chapter, right? It says Daniel's 12:1 says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book, right? So the time coming is going to be greater than anything ever seen on the face of the planet Earth, right? So it's dark times coming, right? The majority of these people are gonna get caught up, man, right? But yeah, I think so. I just wanted to share that with you, right? And yeah, this is usual what you call it, distraction tactics. You concentrate on one thing, and then all of in the background a whole load of things are happening, right? Which is why they like passing laws on Thanksgiving and Christmas and the day that the Super Bowl is on and all of that, right? And all they'll have chaos, right? A load of chaos, and then they'll come up with a solution, and that solution, as we read in I haven't got any more in Revelation, the 13th chapter, will be deemed the solution, right? That mark of the beast chip. But it ain't the solution. That's a way to, that's you marking your own downfall, your own destruction, right? So Lord's all I was edifying. Till the next time, Shalom.